Hi, hello Pisces. Welcome to your monthly energy check-in for April of 2022. So right now your highest vibrational self is the Emperor. You are building something, you are creating something, and if you have something already, you are expanding it, and you are doing so beautifully so long as you remain in your higher vibration. Your lower vibrational self, or what you'll see in the dark mirror right now, is alone in the world and calling the storm. Calling the storm is asking for things to fall apart, specifically because we do not want to deal with it. We want the rain to wash away everything rather than wash away what we do not need. It is taking clear skies and making them fall upon us because it's easier. It's easier than dealing with what we have to do. And it's also easier if we see ourselves as solitary, as we ignore the others around us, and as we find ourselves in a place where we don't have to think or deal with anyone. Now, I say we as if I'm a Pisces. I am not. I'm a Virgo. That's just a fun fact. So, walking with you is Matariel, the angel of rain. Go figure. The angel of rain does help clear the way, so to speak. Matariel brings the rain down upon us so that we may see what is left. We may see the seeds we have sown as they grow and see what we do not need fall away rather than watch all of it fall away. So Matariel is kind of asking you to skip the bullshit and focus on what you are attempting to create rather than just let it all go away. Now you also have as your extraterrestrial advice the Alpha Centaurians, who are very much about, foresight, planning, strategy, making sure you're taking the right steps and really, really focusing not only on what you're doing, but on how you are doing it. In your personal journey this month, this is very interesting, you start with patience in reverse. You want things done, you want them done now, which makes a lot of sense because even in your higher vibration, the Emperor likes to have control. The Emperor can be a little too much into control at times. So while this is your higher vibration, you still need to keep it in check, especially with pleasure in reverse. We cannot experience pleasure but by the means of others. This also reflects alone in the world, so you may start out in a bit of a low vibration, but that's okay because we move onward and see it very much turn around for you. And because you go from this place of eschewing others, assuming all you need is yourself, and taking yourself into this point of I don't need anybody, I can do this on my own, into union, where you are recognizing each part of yourself as well as the outside world, putting it all together and finding how all of this works and how it works for you, for your benefit, for your greater good. And there you find exuberance's beauty, the three of music, which is beautiful. This is where you find happiness in all that you are creating. And you are also taking the time to see each side of things. Again, this falls in with union. You are making sure that all of your plans go in line with you as well as the others around you. You are really starting to see all sides of things and how they benefit you, and also how they can turn around on you. And in doing so, you can properly create your empire. With the Ace of Science, you look inward, you look downward, you check the own book of your story as well as the story of everything you're creating. You make the strong effort to know not only about yourself, about the world, and how your plans will impact the world. And I love to see that, Pisces. You look like you're having a very good month, especially because at the bottom of the deck you had practice. You had the Three of Painting, and there are three figures on here. You could consider them all lifting each other up, or you could consider them as pushing this one figure down in order to uplift the good. Now, how you want to look at that is up to you. But it seems as though you are fighting off your lower vibration and learning to rise. much like an empire would. I love to see that. So your path to success right now is recognizing that you do not need to hold yourself back, that you do not need to put yourself into this prison of, it's only me, I'm all alone, I can't do this with other people, I have to do this with no one. And that's absolutely not how things work. So it's great to see you getting out of this mindset and reaching a point where, yes, you don't know everything that you're doing, yes, you are not perfect. A page, they don't really know what they're doing, that's why they're the errand boys, the messengers. But that means you're getting your start. And that's where everything starts to take off. Because that's just how things work. I mean, you can't get to a knight, to a king, to an emperor if you haven't started as a page, and swords are action. So you're working on your plans, and you're focusing on, what will serve you, what will serve the world. You're looking into your little magic 8-ball here, as I like to refer to it, and you are seeing the yes instead of a answer unclear, try again later, because you've found this balance. You're really figuring out how to put everything together, and you're doing so while also realizing what dogmatic thought process you need to leave behind in the past, while also recognizing that you are not a master yet, and maybe not everyone will listen to you with what you're doing, but that's not what matters, because you're going onward and you're making things happen, and that is this is what I want to see from you, Pisces, okay? And I trust very much that you will do it, but I'm going to show you what will happen if you focus only on your lower vibrational self. You will continue to be a page, but the Page of Pentacles, focusing only on how to bring in a benefit for yourself, and it will not work. You will only focus on what you do not know how to do. And the Magician in reverse can also be very manipulative. He uses all of his tools to get what he wants, whether or not it benefits other people. So if you stay in this alone in the world and calling the storm energy, if you do not look up to see that you can be the emperor in a good way, you will find yourself sort of destroying everything with all of these tools in order to hopefully get what you want. And you won't. You won't. You can't jump from page to king, and in either case they're reversed. You'll lose everything. It will all fall apart because you will let it all wash away, because perhaps you'll be afraid of the success that you are finding. And while you're telling yourself that you're healing, sometimes we have to go through a little pain to understand what's really going on. Like, you had to be the 8 of Swords upright before you could have this epiphany to take you into the 8 of Swords in reverse. And you will perhaps be listening to your intuition, but that doesn't mean you'll be making the right choice. In fact, you'll be making the worst choice both for you and for others, and you'll be ignoring the work that you really need to do. You'll be ignoring your own potential, and that's what's going to take you out of your power, and that's what's going to cause you to lose everything. All of these, every pentacle that comes up in your lower vibrational self is in reverse, and that's for a reason. So let me just reiterate that one. And that's because you won't actually be going anywhere. You'll just be destroying what you have. You'll be abandoning yourself and your mission. Sure, you'll be ready to take a journey, but it will not be your journey. In fact, you'll be allowing this path to fall apart behind you. And again, you will not have enough for yourself because you will not be willing to give to others. So instead, you'll hold yourself back. And you'll feel drained, exhausted, because you tried to make everything work right away, and you did so without even considering others and how they may help you. And you'll find yourself with nothing. Find yourself with nothing, you'll find yourself with no one. And you'll find yourself refusing to take any help or acknowledge anyone around you and how they may be affected by this Magician in reverse, manipulative, rush into things energy. So this is what I do not want to see from you, Pisces. This is the worst case scenario if you do not accept your higher vibration self, if you do not go on this last rope path to success. And that's the path that we want for you, especially with how beautiful your personal journey has the potential to become. So Pisces, this is what I have for you for the month of April. I hope it is helpful in one way or another. And there's a subscribe button down there, also somewhere up here. Hopefully you can't hear my kid in the kitchen. He very much wants his morning yogurt, so my mic is very good, but he's with his grandfather. To have grandpa time, yelling about how he's an Aries. I feel like that's all that needs to be said. You know, it's telling him. And my point is, all of this said and done, I hope to see you soon. Bye, Pisces!